I think it's literally just a couple down. Oh, no. No. Hello, everybody. Defense here, and welcome back to Minecraft here on the channel. We're going to work on a couple of things today. One, we're going to get Project House done pretty late on in the project. Two, we're going to go over everything we did in between episodes and during our live stream the other day. And we're going to get started on a kind of flushing wheat farm and maybe a couple other crops in the area. So with that, let's get on into it. So in between episodes, we went and did a bit of a live stream. We spent a couple hours on here chit-chatting with you guys, expanding the cliffs. So we've gone, honestly, a pretty fair amount around. And we took down a majority of the trees up in the upper area here. I left some of the big trees. I'm still undecided. I like keeping them because they're here. But sometimes they may be in the way, so we're going to kind of play it by ear. As we saw, we started up here. We have the stairs that come up, and then we're going to eventually have it come up into here. I think I'm going to flatten this down a little bit more. I want to put some of the decorative hay or wheat fields up here for hay. And then we're also going to do the underground farm up here as well. We're going to dig out a section and just put like some flush farms in there. We'll probably do like wheat, carrots, and potatoes. I still have to find a potato because I didn't find one when we were at the village, so I think I just forgot to grab it. It happens. Aside from that, two other things happened. One happened pretty much right after I ended the last episode when we were doing that recording there. I had a bunch of chunks here that didn't render properly, and I was able to see down into over here where I could see that there was a spawner. This goes straight down into the spawner room. It is zombies, so we're going to eventually play around with that, get a little zombie farm going. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Probably just XP and flesh for trading. It's probably where we're going to go. And I threw together another quick chicken breeder over here. This one's a different design from back in the day. This one is the Zoomovoid design, his second version. So that's the one I was remembering when I ended up finding the first one that was way over there that we're using. As I said, I'm going to try and set them up around where we're going to be working just so we have constant food, because I am down to 10 steak, and I even made golden carrots as a backup because I have nothing else. So we're kind of stuck at that point. So I thought, hey, let's get some more minor food up and going, and then we're going to get those other farms up and going too, larger flush style farms, and then decorative ones on top. But one of the things I mentioned is going forward, I kind of want to have a little bit of like a house at the start of each area so that we can have, you know, all of our items just in one area. Whereas right now they were just in chests, just sitting here. I've set up smelters wherever. I've noticed an issue with my chicken farm. I could have sworn that we would have been around long enough for chicken to have ended up down in the box. And we didn't really have any. And then, while I was stepping back, I noticed some chicken up there. Don't know why. Unless these guys are too close to one side or the other when they die? Question mark? We'll see. But that's for us to worry about later. I think we're doing pretty good, actually. Let's actually double check. I didn't check. How much? Yeah, 6 chicken, 3 feathers. So, as long as we're getting more chickens than feathers, I'm all good. And 6 chicken is enough to keep me alive for a couple of days. This is Project House. It's not our forever design. It is our for 1.6 design. Obviously, as we continue through, especially in later versions, there are things I'm going to have to add to the inside. There'll be different crafters I'll keep at the area, stuff like that. But for now, you come on in. You know, pretty simple on the inside. We've got 4 smelters. I actually just cooked up some steak. So we got our 4 smelters. We've got 4 double chests labeled. Just the casual stuff, miscellaneous, stone items, wood items, and dirt items. Oop, that's not supposed to be in there. That's supposed to be in here. And then food chest and tools chests. Those are pretty much what I plan on having a majority of the time in there. These may change. I may add some more chests onto the side depending on our projects. Bed in the middle. As I said, 4 furnaces, 2 crafting benches. And then the outside is very simple. It is indented, just kind of for looks. Simple roof, which I want to put pressure plates on to stop spawning instead of torches. And then honestly just a large chimney out the side just to add a little something something, especially since the furnaces are right in there. You can see them through our little windows. But I'm pretty happy with it. I want to do smoke coming off it. I just don't know what my wind direction is going to be. So with Project House done, we can officially start on the next part of our video, which is going to be figuring out where we want our flush farms to be and building them, but also figuring out where I want some of the regular just surface look farms to go. We've got 2 built. I think I'm going to hold it at 2 for now. I'm probably going to add at least 1 more, maybe 2. Because obviously we're going to get potatoes at some point, but I think I might do 2 wheat. Just because I do really like building with wheat. And I want to be able to, you know, kind of do it in the future. And I want to get started early on really getting a lot of this going. So the more I can get now, the easier it'll be later. And I think I want to try and do that with a lot of other blocks that I know I'm going to end up using in future. Because if I just start gathering them now, I could just have more and more chests of it later. So we're going to start with that. But yeah, we've got wheat and potatoes. While I was building everything up, I was able to harvest the wheat once. But one thing I did notice is I missed a torch over there. So there is a 2x2 area that isn't growing entirely. So I'll have to get that taken care of at some point. It's literally just 1 torch right there. I actually don't have any torches on me to fix it, but I will get that taken care of later. But I did way over dig the hole, but that kind of happens. Not too much of a problem. It does mean that maybe in future we could put something else back here. Maybe I can put a little automatic sugarcane farm whilst I'm in the area working. You know, just stuff along those lines. Because I honestly feel we're going to be in this area for a little while longer, mainly in streams. There's only 1 or 2 more big things that I want to do here that I'd probably show off in videos. And one of them is the barn, which we're going to put up there. I just don't know how I'm going to do it yet, so we'll do that. And then obviously just kind of like a walkthrough tour after everything's all said and done. I think those are the next 2 times we'll be in here. Maybe testing some horses in future, but I have to find some more horses first. So we'll play around with that when we get to it. But that's pretty much going to be it for this area here. I'm deciding, so I have 2 spawners that I've found recently. And there's a skeleton spawner way back towards home, and there's the zombie spawner right here. So I did misremember. It is actually on this side of the wall, not that side of the wall. But it's not too far down. Actually, I'm going to try and keep to the angle a little. Oop. That got me a little. Let's just do this real quick so nobody can drop in on our heads too easily. I think it's literally just a couple down. Oh, no. No. Well, I guess we're working on the skeleton spawner today, guys. Let's pick up our stuff. What are the odds that it's just going to be 2 creepers in here? Minecraft giveth and Minecraft taketh away. I'll meet you guys over at the skeleton spawner. That one we've already secured, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm very sad. I'm just going to open with that. I'm very sad. I think that's the first time that's ever happened to me. I cannot think of a time ever where I've lost a spawner like that. And it makes me very sad. Oop. I almost looked at dude. Let's see if we can get him real quick. There we go. Oh, no. Oh, yay, Pearl. Alright, but sorry, distracted. But yeah, I'm very sad. That has never happened before, and it happens. So now we're going to make a skeleton farm, and we'll get a potato when we find a village, again. So here's why I need enchantments. Alright, I'm going to get shot. Hey, come on, get up there. Alright, there we go. There, we'll leave that blank for now. I should be able to stand here. They are going to flow up, come over 2, and then drop down. Okay, so he died right away. So we may have to go up half a slab. They're probably not going to be... Okay, so somebody did survive. Okay, so right there. That's pretty much where I need to put them. So I'm going to put this right there for now, so I can readjust my base layer. There we go. Now, everybody's surviving. Pretty much one-hitting. Yeah. Some of them are a little longer. Yeah. Obviously, with the sword, you really don't want to have to, but... Oh, there we go. We got a guy with armor. He was 2-hit. But it seems like most others are going to be a 1-hit. And I'm going to say I'm pretty happy with it. We're going to have to get some decorations done. I don't know when I'm going to get to that, but I should definitely get to it soon. But I'm pretty happy with that. That was quick. That was easy. So obviously, we went up, we went over, we went down. It's pretty easy. I actually use ice to do it rather than water buckets. I have water buckets down here, just out of habit for the other items. So in here, there are multiple ways you can do this. I like the split design because it gets the skeletons in here faster. 9x9, water from both sides, signs down the middle. Then you just run them in. Then every other, you know, sign water, sign water, sign water, all the way up. And then they fall. You get to take care of them that way. And now we'll have a couple more here. Actually, because we've been down here doing so much other stuff, the difficulty on these guys is already heading up. So we may end up dropping it down a half at some point soon, just to more effectively deal with the armored guys. For as much XP as the spiders give, those cave spiders, I do think the skeletons give it faster just because of how easy they are to kill with one punch. So I've come up, I've done a couple of enchants since. So we got an unbreaking, and we got, I think we got one other, and then we got our sword, which is meh. I'm probably not going to push too much more for enchanting in this style. I'll probably just try and find some villagers and get them moved over so we can get some villager trading going. I'll probably wait until, well, I'll probably wait until we've got the corral done over there, the Lone Tree Corral. But there's not too many things left to do over there, so I think that'll be a good way to do it. But I think that's where we are going to wrap it up for today. This has been a wild ride between the explosion. I actually just died while mining. I was kind of bummed about that. Pretty much all of my armor had broken. I have a durability 0 iron leggings right now. I did not know that was even possible. So yeah, I've got a durability 0 iron leggings. That's how defeated my armor was. I threw this chest plate on so I could go get my stuff. But yeah, aside from that, we're doing pretty good. I hope you all did enjoy this episode. I had a lot of fun with it. We did a couple of, a few smaller projects. But hopefully we'll have some builds up and going again for the next episode. I'm hoping to get the barn done and then pretty much get set to button up over there. I'm actually kind of glad we can see Project House now. Kind of adds more in. But yeah, I want to kind of finish that area up because that's really the main things for 1.6 was horses. So once we're done doing everything we can with horses, we'll move on to 1.7, where we'll probably hang out there for a bit. When it comes to these, I talked about it in the stream the other day, I'm going to just kind of play them until I feel all of the stuff that I can get done is done. And then we'll move on from there. So, this one was horses and carpets, and once we're done with horses and carpets, we'll move on to something else. But, with that plan in mind, as I said, we're going to wrap it up here. So as always, I hope you did enjoy. And I hope you all have a nice night, day, morning, evening, or whatever it is, or wherever you are. This is my defense. I hope to see you again soon. Peace.